Hello everybody, welcome one more week. Today I bring you one psychological phenomenon. It's called Pygmalion Effect. That should help you, if you're a manager, to improve the performance on your team and increase how much your own team believe in themselves. There are different studies, some of them are positive, some of them are negative. I just want to give you the tool. You make your own investigation, you put it to trial in your own team, and you can tell me how it goes. You can draw your own conclusions. In my own experience, I have used it both in my profession as a primary school teacher and as well as a manager of a large group of people. And I can say most times it's effective. Obviously, it's not magic. It will not work all the times. But I like the tool. I think that it's very useful and it's proven useful for me. With no further ado, we will go ahead today. This is Corporate Cat. My name is Borja Marin. Let's begin. What is the Pygmalion Effect? As I said, this is a psychological phenomenon in which the expectations influence the performance. So the more expectations you have, the bigger is the increase in the performance of your team, of your class, whatever, okay? Put it in other words, basically, and I will try to focus on the managerial stuff. If you're a manager, you have a team, if you believe in your team and you set high expectations and you make sure that everybody understands that you're expecting a lot of them and you believe that they can do it, this should lead to your team interiorizing this idea of being good, of being better, and this will eventually lead to them doing more, being better. It's kind of like a self-fulfilled prophecy, right? The Pygmalion Effect, it's named after the Greek myth of Pygmalion, who was a sculptor that carved a beautiful sculpture of a woman, and he thought it was so beautiful that the sculpture finally came out to life. So basically this illustrates the effects of the expectations, how it's printed into whatever we're doing. Why I have chosen this topic? I have chosen this topic because in my personal experience, and I don't know if this is gonna be similar for you or not, but in my personal experience in the corporate world, I have seen certain infantilization of the workforce, treating people like kids, basically. Yeah, these people, they don't know what is good for them. We are giving prize like pizza and some parties, which I'm not against that, but again, it feels a little bit like we are treating maybe our employees are as little kids, and then that creates this non-verbal communication of feeling that they are not capable. We believe as managers we are better than them. We know stuff, we know how to do stuff, and they are just there like as a workforce and they don't know. So I think that at some point this creates this feeling of this negative feeling. The Pygmalion Effect says that you need to switch this around and expect high things of the teams that you are managing, the people that you are working with. Make sure that they understand that you believe in them, and this should lead to a better experience. So I'm really fighting to implement this kind of stuff in the projects I work in, make sure everybody's treated like a professional adult. Some practical tips on how to use the Pygmalion Effect in your team, because like everything, this is not a precise science, but there are some tips that if you follow, it should be easy for you to try to implement the Pygmalion Effect in your team. First of all, it's high expectations. This is the core of it. High expectation means that your team needs to know what you expect from them, and what you expect is not for them to be perfect, but you expect them to do their best, to be professionals, to be independent, to be owners. All of this. You need to believe that they can do it, and you need to expect that they can do it, and you need to leave room for them to do it. This is the core of the Pygmalion Effect. So you need to communicate very clear what are your expectations. Your expectations are high, and you believe that your team can do it. The second important point here is provide opportunities. Pygmalion Effect cannot work if you set high expectations, but then you don't provide the opportunities for your team to grow. That means trainings, mentoring, delegating stuff. You have a team of professionals, you believe they can do stuff, so some of the more high-level responsibilities you may have, teach them how to do them, prepare them for the next steps, and let them help you to do all this stuff. Don't hoard this only for yourself, but really sit down with your team and break a little bit this comfort zone they have and provide opportunities and space for them. Include them in meetings so they can learn new things. Trust them that they will be able to do certain stuff. Guide them. This is a very important part of the Pygmalion Effect. Next is feedback and recognition. Again, like in most of the videos I have spoken about feedback and recognition because it's extremely important in every single process that we do. In the Pygmalion Effect, feedback and recognition, it's important because as you are training and mentoring somebody, your expectations are high, but as well the feedback needs to be constant. So you are putting somebody out of their comfort zone because you believe in them, you believe that they can do it, but this is the first time that they're gonna do this or that. So constantly you need to provide them feedback, like little corrections, provide them like what they have done good, how they are in the good path, but as well what they need to improve. That, far from being something bad, like some people will think like, yeah, I don't want to correct people. Like, no, this actually will give them security because the next time that they will do something, they will know what were the flaws in the first time and how to improve that. Very important part here, provide very sincere feedback. You need to believe it and you need to make sure that the feedback that you're gonna give, it's real and everybody needs to believe that, okay? Recognition as well, if somebody's doing something great, make sure that you let them know that your high expectation that they have been fulfilled when they are taking a new role, they're taking some new tasks that are difficult or they're like higher level. Tell them like, you're doing a great job. This will keep the team motivated to grow. And the last point, avoid bias. This is very important because just a very simple example, you can have a team and maybe you will have a team with different nationalities, different ages, different genders, everything, right? The typical example would be you have somebody that maybe it's over 60 years old in your team and you may think that this person may not be so good at technology, but test this. Okay, because you will be very surprised how the person that you're thinking, oh, this person is not gonna be good enough for this, can surprise you because they have other skills that can compensate. Maybe somebody's not savvy technologically, but they are quick learners, or they have this will to learn, or they have other skills. So don't be biased in terms of age, gender, sexual orientation, anything. This is very important part of the Pygmalion Effect. Start like from zero and test your hypothesis and be extremely critical with yourself. This is the first person that you need to be very critical with. That's it today in this short video about the Pygmalion Effect. I hope that you find it interesting. One more time, I encourage you to do your own research, find more information about that. This only means to be an entry door for you to know more tools so you can explore the ones that you like, put it into test, and decide what is good for your career and what is good for your team. One more week. Thank you very much for being here and hope to see you in the next week. Bye.